Panitan, we are seeing more attacks focusing on soft targets in the southern part of Thailand. What's your interpretation of the situation now?
Well, of course, sadly, the circle of conflict and violence has been on an upward trend in the last 2 or 3 months. I think the contributing factors are quite a few, ranging from problems on the ground between government forces and the groups that are fighting against the government forces. So when they cannot confront with the government forces directly, so they turn around and hit the softer targets. And in fact, local Muslims have been increasingly becoming more targets. Kids, children going to religious schools have been affected, not to mention monks and other people. So on the ground, there are ongoing tit for tat confrontation between various groups. But on top of that, there's less clear signal from the government on how the peace talk will move forward, how the new proposal between the Thai government and the Malaysian government and the separatist movements could be moving forward. So once you don't have those clear signals, and together with problems on the ground, it tends to explode into your faces, as we saw in the last few months.
There seems to be so many pain points in resolving the conflicts in the southern part of Thailand. Do you think there's a way to maybe address a few areas for a start to get it moving, or do you see any prospects of it progressing in a positive direction?
Yes, of course. I think on the average, the violence has been decreasing, but only the last 3 or 4 months you have seen the upward trend. But on the average, the reduction of the violence about 50 to 70% as compared to 10 years ago, 20 years ago, is an encouraging sign. That's number one. But number two, as I mentioned, it's a long way to go as demand increases, as complexity, sophistication, the new normalcy has been taking place in the South, meaning that people want more participation, people want more safety, people want more movement, freedom, based on their own cultural practices. So we propose 3 new ways of dealing with this situation. The first is you need to make sure that people are safer, more secure. A safety zone has to be revised, participated by young generation of people in terms of volunteers to take care of their own safety. They can also monitor the illegal trafficking, drug trafficking, all kind of maladministration, corruption. So this is a basic problem that cannot be handled alone by the government anymore. That's number one. Number two, politically, I think the government needs to reignite, the forum about the future. Peace talk in a much more meaningful way, represented by possibly the highest level as it can, in the government. You need to send at least a minister or a special envoy appointed particularly to talk with these people. And of course, these people have to be invited not from the ground, but from Malaysia. Many of them, spiritual leaders, are living in Malaysia. And we know where they are. So shake hands with Malaysia and encourage Malaysia to bring the top level of leadership in the South who take refuge in Malaysia to come back to the table. And lastly, borders needs to be more secure. It is known to the world without governments mentioning that some of the people convicted have the warrants on, for their arrest, people who have been participating in the killings of the citizens in South have been crossing borders to seek refuge. We proposed to the Malaysian government in the past many years that why don't we close down the loopholes? Why don't we join operation in terms of patrol? But these are not common border crossing problems that are causing a lot of problems for many people. If you can do that, and that is the answer for the southern provinces.